In today's video, I will be taking a look at setting up a staging site or a practice site, if you will. I'm going to be setting up and publishing things actually on this site here, which we talked about in the other video. This is CamelotMusic.org, and I'm going to be doing this site here, Camelot Music, WordPress, themes, the blog, CamelotMusic.org. The blog. This site's going to be where I'm actually going to do the staging or the hosting, the practice site, and then we're going to publish it, take it from this site to this site. And that's what the video is about today. And we're also going to introduce a site to you where you can do the same type of thing. We'll set up one site at a time for you. You can look at that later in the video. I'll be talking about that as well. So that's today's video. Let's move on into the practice staging site that we've set up. Okay, so the first thing I will be doing is I am in the blog site where I'm going to actually be doing my work, my practice work. But what I want to do first is we're going to make both of these sites equal for a platform. So what I've done is I've installed my Genesis site to each one of them, and then we're going to make this one I haven't done yet. I'm going to take these and deactivate these, and then we're going to install and make everything equal between these two sites. We'll get back to you and show you what I've done with it. Okay, so I deactivated these three plugins that came with it, and we're going to just delete them. So now we're down to a Kismet and the Right Sonic, which we did in a previous video to show you how you can set that up between Right Sonic and have it being published on a site that you want to be published on. So as a basic thing, I will be installing, on a previous video we talked about Gutenberg versus Classic Editor. So we're going to set this up as a Classic Editor, installing this plugin here, there, and then we'll install the advanced Classic Editor. Okay, so I just set up the Classic Editor, and then I'm going to set up the Advanced Editor tool, which is formerly TinyMCE. And we're going to install this plugin. That's installed, activate, and then you've got the dual that you want for creating the pages you want. The Advanced Editor tool, TinyMCE, and a Classic Editor, both added to this. And then I'm going to look at the settings, and I'll set that up, and I won't make you watch that. Okay, so I just clicked on the all post, and I said I wanted a new post. This will be our page, that post that we're creating, and then once we get this, we'll copy this and switch over to this site here, where we will have a new post as well. We'll set up a new post here, and this does not have the plugins here, but we're going to do that next. We've got the Classic Editor, Advanced, they're both here. I'm going to delete this one. Okay, so they should be set now. They'll be on equal footing, and then we'll move on and show you how I use this as a staging or a practice. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I had to come up with a title. So I went to the email for this new forecaster from Accurate, and then I've got my information here. This will be what I want to start the article with. We're going to copy that. We're going to go to there's the post, and I'm just going to put this in here, and then we'll take the oddball part out, and then this will be our title up here, What to Wear Forecaster by Accurate. And then I'm just going to take that and put that up in the title area up here. Now, if you have a keyword that you want to have supplied in here for your year, I'm probably going to just let this ride at the moment, and we'll save it as a draft. And there it is, saved as a draft. Now, anything and everything that you want to have in your actual article, you're going to actually build the article in here. Whatever you want to add to the mix will be in this. This is where you're going to be using it, and you'll get everything set up in here. And I'm going to add some plugins now, and we'll come back and show you some more details on this. Okay, a couple more things I did. We're going to move into this in a couple minutes, but I wanted to show you a couple more things I did to expand the content and get more research into the content that I'm looking at putting into the practice subdomain. Let's take a look. This is what it looks like right now. And what I did was I went to Word Hero and I put in what to wear forecaster from Accurate. And then I got a lot of different things presented to me. I also inserted in the middle here, I inserted some wording from the actual manufacturer's site, not Amazon's site like we did earlier this here. But I went into the actual manufacturers and read and then got the description here. I read some things and copied a couple things to add to the content here, and then I took and added that into the editor mode here. And a couple of those areas came in here, and I had them click the blog paragraph thing, and it wrote out. Now this is now completed, 1,962 words. So what I've done is I've copied this by going down here to open document, and I opened it up here. And then if you want to, you can just save current document. I want to make sure you save it. Copied the document, and then what I got was a clump. This became a clump, which I didn't want. So what I did then was I took it and went down through here. And then I copied this whole thing over to my document. This is the clump right here. And then if you take a look at the document now, I added here, and then here's being split up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this here down to the bottom of this, and this is going to add all these words to the content. Now what I'm doing is I'm creating myself more work. That's absolutely what I'm doing. Now I did this, I added this to it. Now I'm going to put here, and then I've got all this here. I'll come down through here. Now this is going to be part of formatting this, and I wanted the 14 font size here. Now that's it for that. Now I've got Grammarly. I can come through and touch that up. But first I want to do is not publish, but save draft. And then once that's saved, I can come down to the bottom here and find out, because I'm interested. There's probably 1,769 words in this article at this point. Now I need to go through and read this with a fine-tooth comb and cut out duplications, cut out redundancies that are things that we don't even want to put into the article. And then I'm going to have to go through and format this. So it's going to be quite a bit. But the time on this, building this article this way with AI through Word Hero, and I did have a Word Hero review I just did that's published. You can check that out. Through Word Hero and using the editor mode here, I've got this article rather lengthy. Now I just need to go through and format it and read through and create the type of article I want. Once that's done, and I have my plugins recorded here, my SEO plugins that I've paid for, Link Whisper and Rank Math are the ones I use. Top notch, the SEO part for this, and then it'll all be ready then to transfer over to the published site, where then I'll use Thrive. I use Thrive themes to build the site from these words from this article that I built here. So that's the second step, and then the third step we'll go to next. Okay, so this is going to be my publishing site, and I prepared by adding Rank Math plugin to it, so I have it ready for SEO. I also added, through the product manager, I added the Thrive dashboard, and these are a couple of drafts that I put here. We're going to add a new post to this, And then I'm going to go to this here. This is the actual title now. I decided to add a review to the end of it. So we're going to go back here and add this title. And then the way it works is that we will save the draft here. And then once we've done that, we'll launch our Thrive Architect. And then that will be set up to go there. Now back to the practice subdomain. What I did was I took the categories that were here with the theme that it came with. I took them away. And then what I do is the sites that I'm going to add content to, I make a category for it. Because what happens is there's the categories. Now if I come in here, when I have to go, this is where it's going to be stored so I can keep track of articles that are in the working process on this site. So this is under George Loves Weather. If I had a chicken lay eggs or my ostomy is, they would be clicked off there for a site, for a post that's being developed to be transferred to a practice, to a published site. Now this is actually not going to be done on this, but I wanted to show you how you could set this up to be used as a practice and a publishing. There's that. This is the categories. We're going to get out of that. I showed you that. Now, what I went through and reworked and read this whole page, everything that I put in here. And I've got mostly a partial. These are all H2s or H3s, and it'll come up here what ones I've done. I've made everything so I can copy bits and pieces. Now everything is set up to go here. I also set up rank math in here. I treat it like rank math is, if you don't know what it is, it's a lot like Yoast or all-in-one SEO plugins, and I'll show you that real quick down here. So you have here, what I haven't done yet, I'll do before, is I set up my rank math general, what it's going to look like. It's a snippet that's going to look like in Google when it's presented. This is your whiteboard where you're advertising for your page or post that you've published. And then you put your keyword in here that you're going after, and then it has the areas broke down here. You see the basic SEO all comes up with a good score. I have an image, I have a focus image, featured image. I put pictures in. I do internal links out to things, just things that this wants. It will end up with a good score at the end. Title readability. I'll make all these adjustments once we've actually built the post into the Thrive launch. Once we've done that, it'll be in this page builder, it'll be corrected. See, this is what it looks like before you start adjusting into a theme and all that, specifics that you want. So that's how I do it. This is the practice subdomain, and then I published to the other published domain, wherever that is. If it's one of these sites, then I publish it there. If it's for the Camelot, it'll be published in here. So this whole video has been about setting up a subdomain as a practice site. This is my practice site. I've got the article built here. Now it's ready to be transferred to the actual article here. And that's what I would be doing next. I did transfer some of this, except I have to do the images and the videos if I want any to be added to it. But that's what this video is about. I found necessary a couple years ago. It worked better for me to practice with building a post on another site than transferring it to the actual site where it's going to be published. So that's what the video is today. I hope you got some value from the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel as well. And also then reach over there and tap the bell icon so you get notified every time I publish a new video to our channel, whether it be a WordPress quick tips video, a product review, or a video about how to make money using affiliate marketing. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Take care. God bless.